got a good boy, man. Don't damage them and crash out and have him out there, smokered up and doing
Right,
whatever
right.
lapped up with a thing so he can do his thing.
No, I understand completely. You know what I mean? But you know where it's at though. As a father, you feel me? You kind of got to be like like a Damon Wayans and a Damon Wayans Jr. You know what I mean? Like
Right?
you know what I'm saying? How with Papa's house, shout out to the Wayans family. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of those where
Papa's house. You say what? What about
yeah,
Papa's house, man? It was canceled though.
yeah, it was canceled. But that type of relationship that a father needs with his son. You know what I'm saying? Like take him under my wing. Let me show you what to do and what not to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's that particular relationship. I feel like is the ideal of what a father's supposed to be.
Okay, so they say, why did it get canceled? Papa's House was canceled by CBS after only one season, meaning it was not renewed for a second season. The show starring Damon Wayans Sr. and Damon Wayans Jr. premiered in October 2024, and its final episode aired in April. According to Yahoo, a YouTube video mentions the show's cancellation, noting that some felt it lacked cast chemistry and that the focus on the father's podcast was not fully realized. Huh? Talking about a podcast.
Hey now, say now. Message.
So yeah, what you talking about?
Man, okay, so above anything through thick and thin, that relationship that Damon Sr. and Jr. have together as far as being a family, dope. But it just sucks that CBS canceled them because it was for a budget reason. They only had one slot for a comedy show. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it just, I guess, with Damon Wayans Sr. being so much of a celebrity, he was out of budget. They were paying too much for it.
Okay,
You know
that's
what I
what
mean?
that's what they say.
Right.
Well, but we still like to support it, and we still like it, and we're sad to see it go because one, we watched it, we supported it,
Right.
and we posted about it as soon as it came out, and they was on us.
came out.
They supported us too. They was looking, they did their thing,
Right,
and
right, right.
and it's gone now. But it's sad because we dads and we understand. But let's talk about a real topic. They said that the podcast of the father, the focus wasn't fully realized. How do you feel about that when that podcast was always a noted slot in that episode? It was always a pivotal, I guess, scene with him on the podcast. How do you feel about that, man?
Honestly, bro, I feel like they got the idea from us, but
Stupid.
but that scene, but it's very gut wrenching. You know what I'm saying? Because that pivotal moment is kind of like you got to have compassion for that type of situation.
What you talking about? Getting canceled?
Yeah, really.
Man, them niggas got the chili, man. They good. They got the chili, man. They chili, man. Look, they started off with "I'm gonna get you, sucker." They started then scary movie, money talks. What them? Not money talks.
Don't
What's
want
the
to
other
get
one?
minutes to South Central drinking.
Don't minutes. Don't mean minutes. That one too. But it was another one, something money. And then look, the white chicks, Major Pain, Lil Man. You know what I'm saying?
Low
Come on,
down,
man. They
dirty
got the chili.
shame.
Yeah, they got the
Yeah.
chill wheel, man. They ain't not hurting. It's probably even better for them. But they had the whole family involved. So that's what's crazy. They had the son. I think the
Right.
daughter or son was involved too. You know what I'm saying? So that was real crazy. But what I want to talk about is that podcast. Let's dwell on it. Stop walking past it, man. Let's address that thing. Talk to the demon. Open up the closet. Talk to the skeleton. Hey, look, they said that the focus of the podcast wasn't really realized. I think that they're kind of the reason that they had that podcast is because look, every black man got a podcast. Damn near every black man got a podcast. You know why? I think they got one because they feel like they ain't heard.
Basically.
You feel me? Somebody got to hear me.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's me, but I'm just saying. So if you know black dudes, maybe what, 4, maybe 1 out of 7 black dudes got a podcast, right?
Okay, yeah.
Right? Maybe.
Somewhere around there, probably.
Somewhere around there. I don't know the
Right,
figures,
right.
but hey, we're gonna jump and say it. But look,
Right.
he had a podcast and they said that the focus wasn't really realized or it wasn't really, gaining traction. We don't know what it was. I do kind of think that podcast was kind of just a way for the dad to voice how he felt.
Basically. And it's just one of those where us being fathers, they in society they try to cancel culture us. Why you think child support, you know what I mean?
That too, but I'm just saying on that show, and we're gonna walk past it. We done. We on there for a minute. What on that show, Damon Wayans. I hope they watch this to whoever. They had that segment where he was always in front of that mic. He was saying stuff. He was like rhyming and saying this, saying that,
Right.
and it was always like they say, it wasn't really realized what the focus of the podcast was because he had the girl come on. She kind of impeded on his space, and then she made him
right.
comfortable, and they was a duo. But I kind of understand that, but I don't see why that's a point. Maybe they could have went back that on with the second season. Maybe they
Right.
could have, went back in production. Maybe they could have rewritten something because they got a line of talented writers all in the family.
No, really, they really do. And it's crazy. I actually reached out to them about, you know, joining forces before they were canceled.
Yeah, because they saw us. I should have, screenshot. We ain't really like on that, but we should have screenshot that, did all that for the receipt so y'all could see.
It's all good.
They
Though.
was
It's all
on us,
love,
man.
though.
And you talking about them getting canceled. Talk about who else getting canceled. Your boy Diddy Bop, your boy P. Doofus.